Good morning. My thing doesn't show that we're on yet, but I think it does now. So, good morning and welcome to the Tet offensive. We're on going through the Hebrew alphabet as we're reading through the Chicken Qabalah of Rabbi Lamed ben Clifford. I hope everyone is cozy and safe and settled in for another ordeal of going through the Hebrew alphabet as painlessly as possible, which is pretty much the purpose of this book. But anyway, so we're going to pick it right up with the ninth letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Tet, or Teth, or say it any way you want because you're a chicken Kabbalist. Don't worry about it. So just take a look at it for a while here. Teth is path number 19 on the Tree of Life. Now, I'm going to show you that. See, that's the one that goes, it's the second horizontal path on the Tree of Life, joining number 5 and number 4. Isn't this a handy book? How much would you pay for a book like? Don't answer. There's more. Teth is path number 19. It joins Hesed, mercy, that's number 4, to Geburah, strength, that's number 5. Teth has a firm rectangular base from which sprout a mini Zion from the left edge and a sharp leftward crashing wave arising from the right edge. I think it looks like the profile of a duck swimming on the water, looking back at a big yod that's stuck to the tip of its tail. Note that the duck's bill does not touch the yod on its tail. Do not confuse with the letter Mem. Teth is spelled Tet, Yod, Tav. The 3 letters enumerate to 419 and mean a serpent. Human beings are vertebrates, and our spines are home to unimaginable energy and power. We are snakes with arms and legs. And this serpent energy is the key to our divine birthright. Like a snake swallowing its tail, there is truly no end to the mystery of a serpent. The one that tempted Eve is the same one that Moses elevated on the pole, and the same one that Jesus told us to be wise as. Wise as, not wise ass. Excuse me, I digress. It is also interesting to note that the ancients were aware that individual sperm cells look like tiny snakes with giant lion-like heads. Teth is one of the 12 simple letters and represents the zodiac sign of Leo and the tarot card, or the tarot trump, strength. And there's our Tet and our Leo and magical goodies. And there's now Crowley, and in my deck and in the Thoth Tarot, we call the strength card Lust. So there's that. Okay, now we're moving on to Yod. So let me get my audio-visual aids up here. Yod. And that could be an English Y or an I or a J. and it's number 10. Yod is path number 20 on the Tree of Life, and path number 20 joins Yesod, number 4, to Tifereth, beauty. So let's see. Oh, here we go. It joins number 4 to number 6. I told you this would be a little awkward trying to do this, but we're soldiering on. Yod is a flame. Blow upon it, and you'll create all the other letters of the alphabet. Yod is my favorite Hebrew letter because it's so simple. It's the perfect pattern of primal creation. A point extending to become the whirling motion. It is Phi, P-H-I, the seed of the golden spiral, the mystic G. The mystic G in your grandfather's Masonic ring, the yin and yang, the human embryo, the blueprint of a ram's horn and the nautilus, the swirling cream in your coffee, and the billowing dynamics of smoke and air and water. It sets the pattern for our fingerprints, our DNA, and the shape of great galaxies. It's the primal male Shiva divine fire that plunges joyously into the female Shakti ocean of divine water. Yod is spelled Yod Vav Daleth, or YVD, which is not a public health question. The 3 letters enumerate to 20 and mean hand. Using Kabbalistic logic, Yod is the key creative instrument of the deity, in the same way that the hand is the key creative instrument of human beings. Follow me? The human hand, however, is only the mundane member of creation. A secret and more profound equivalent of the creative hand is the spermatozoon itself, of which I believe the Yod is the most appropriate hieroglyph. Yod is one of the 12 simple letters and represents the zodiac sign of Virgo and the Hermit card in the tarot. Okay, let's move along. You want me to do another one? I can't hear you. So I'll move ahead. Let's see, here we go. Calf. That's what a calf looks like. Don't confuse it with Beth. Calf is path number 21. It joins Hesed, number 4, to Netzach, victory, number 7. Right there, 4 to 7. And Calf's going to be the first of the final letters also. When it appears at the end of a word, of a Hebrew word, it has a final form of its own with its own unique giant number that goes with it. And that's what a calf final looks like when you see it at the end of a word. So, calf. Calf looks like Bet, only the difference is calf's leg connects the far right of the base. See, can you see the difference between a bet, See the base? It dangles over the edge of there, and this is a nice smooth thing. Okay. Kaf is also one of the Hebrew letters that has a different shape and numerical value when it appears as a final letter of the word. 5 final letters are longer and wider than regular letters. Kaf final looks like a Daleth with a shorter roof and a long leg. The numerical value of Kaf final is 500. Kaf is spelled Kaf Kuf. The 3 letters enumerate, the letters enumerate to 100, or using pay final 820, and mean the palm, like the palm of the hand, not the tree. Kaf even looks like the profile of a hand opening to grasp something, the thumb forming the base, the hand of Yod in the process of creation, perhaps. At the risk of sounding crude, we must remember that for young men, the palm of the hand is our first sexual partner. And I say for young men because I can't speak for young women. They may have their own theories. Palmists are quick to point out that our destiny can be read in the palms of our hand. Kaf's association with Jupiter, the tarot's wheel of fortune, would underscore this association. Kaf is one of the 7 double letters and represents the planet Jupiter and the wheel of fortune. Okay, moving along. Now we know that Rabbi Lamed ben Clifford, his name is Lamed, spelled in full LMD. We've already talked about that. But it's a very wonderful and unique letter in so much as it is exactly in the center of the sequence of the Hebrew alphabet. And so in a sense represents the fulcrum of a teeter-totter, a seesaw. It's perfectly balanced. There's the same number of letters in front of it, same numbers of letters in back of it. Lamed. Lamed is path number 22. It joins Geburah, strength, to Tifereth, beauty. In other words, it joins 5 to 6 on the tree of life. Lamed has a little yod at the top of the Lamed. The little yod at the top of the Lamed towers over and above the other letters and make it easy to recognize. Lamed looks like a snake that has swallowed a brick and is now having second thoughts. Lamed is spelled Lamed Mem Dalet, or LMD. The letters enumerate to 74 and mean an ox goad. It also means to teach, to discipline. The ox goad is a pointy stick that prods the ox, and remember, Aleph is the ox. It prods the ox down the straight and narrow furrow of the field. Without the ox goad, the ox would be an undomesticated animal, and Aleph would spin completely out of control. This indicates that there's a special relationship between Lamed and Aleph. Aleph Lamed in Hebrew is Al, pronounced L, which is the root word for God. Al is the name of God Most Holy, and La, just spell it backwards, means not. Lamed makes sure that the infinite power of the Holy Spirit of Aleph is channeled into what we perceive as natural patterns. I'm proud to have been named Lamed because it also means teacher and scholar. Lamed is one of the 12 simple letters and represents the zodiacal sign of Libra. There's your Lamed. And Libra is the Justice card. Okay. We may not have time for one more, but we're going to take time for one more. We're going to do Mem. Mem is path number 23. It joins Geburah, or number 5, strength, to Hod, splendor, and that is number 8. Now, do not confuse with the letter Tet. See, they look kind of alike. Yeah, kind of. So don't confuse them. And it's another one of the final letters. So there's the M final. It looks pretty much like a mem itself, but everything is sort of joined up. And a lot of mem finals you see are even longer than that one, or I guess wider. Mem, as we recall, looks a lot like Teth. There are 3 differences. Mem's base is a parallelogram, and the left leg does not touch the base. See? The leftward crashing wave actually touches the left yod. Now, if we are still looking at that duck swimming on the water, the duck has reached back with its bill and has pulled its tail completely off. Mem is the second final letter, and when used at the end of a word, it looks like a elongated stomach. That's what it looks like, with a squared base. The numerical value of Mem final is 600. Now, Mem, spelled in full, is Mem, Yod, Mem. Now, it's probably more accurately pronounced Meme, but we're chicken Kabbalists. We don't care. Don't worry about it. The 3 letters enumerate to 90, or using the M final, 650, and mean water. It also suggests all things liquid, especially life-giving or life-supporting fluids such as blood, semen, or wine. Mem is one of the 3 mother letters and represents the element of water. And in the tarot trump, it's the Hanged Man. Now, I'm sure many of you know that one of the traditional old titles of the Hanged Man was the Drowned Man. And in my particular deck, it's the Hanged Lawn. Okay, that's enough to put you through today. We will continue with the Hebrew alphabet tomorrow. I hope you're enjoying it. As I always say, it's probably a whole lot better if you can follow along in the book because of the charts and graphs and illustrations and such. But if you don't worry about it. You're a chicken Kabbalist. Have a good day, everyone. Be good to yourself and be good to each other. And remember to do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will. Have a great, great Tuesday.